When I tell you, it doesn't matter how dire it is, it doesn't matter how long you've been stuck in this cycle, the thing we have to do is prioritize building business savings first. It's because it actually speeds you up. It doesn't slow you down. Hey business owners, welcome back. Today we're talking about the debt cycle. The debt cycle is one of the most important things to understand if you want to get out of debt, especially if you have been stuck in debt for years and years and years on end. I have taught this to over 500 business owners, and every single time I teach it, people have this aha moment of, oh my God, finally I understand what I've been doing wrong. Because the problem with the debt cycle is, if you've been caught in the debt cycle for a long time, it feels like you're actually doing the right thing. Meanwhile, you're making the biggest debt mistake of all time. It's very frustrating, but once you see it, you'll never unsee it again. I've had business owners stuck in the debt cycle because COVID forced them to shut down, and that kicked off the debt cycle for them. A bad investment kicked off the debt cycle for them, or simply just not breaking even 1 month kicked off the debt cycle for them. So this is applicable no matter how you got into debt to begin with. Let's go through it together. Number one, you're in debt, right? This can be any kind of business debt. This can be credit card debt. This can be small business loans. This can be Stripe loans or Square loans or QuickBooks Capital or whatever it is, right? You have some kind of debt. And number two, you feel bad about it. Now, this can look lots of different types of ways. It can look like anxiety. It can look like you feel irresponsible. Maybe you think, this means I'm not gonna be in business for long, or I'm a bad business owner, or whatever. You have bad feelings about this debt. So what do? You do number three. You put as much money towards it as possible. Every extra dollar that you have goes towards paying down the debt, because you're a responsible business owner, right? You're trying to do the right thing and pay down this debt. And if you want to be out of debt, well, of course, we just have to pay every extra penny towards that debt. It feels like a logical response to having debt. But number four, you don't have any money left to build business savings, which maybe isn't a problem for now, but then number five, something comes up. Because let's be honest, something always comes up. Maybe it's a client skips out on their payment and now you don't have enough to run payroll, or maybe it's an emergency in the business that has to be dealt with right now. Whatever it is, something comes up that you need money for. But number six, you don't have the money to cover that thing. Why? Because you put all your extra money towards the debt like a good, responsible business owner. So what happens? Number seven, you go back into debt. That thing that came up, it has to get paid for one way or another. So you put it on a credit card, you take out the line of credit, you make it work somehow, and now you're back in debt. And we have circled all the way back to the top. You're back in debt, and now you feel doubly bad, right? You feel extra bad because you work so hard to get out of debt to begin with. This cycle is vicious, and it is also confusing because it feels like you're doing the right thing the entire time and you're just never getting ahead. If this feels like you, if you've been stuck in this for years, first of all, what I wanna say is you're not alone. Nearly every business owner that has debt that I encounter has done this at one point or another. And the reason again is because it feels like the right thing to do. And although it's counterintuitive, the way to break the debt cycle for good in your business is to stop prioritizing debt. I know that feels insane. That feels like, Gina, why in the hell would I ever do that, right? Why would I stop prioritizing debt if I want to get out of debt? But the reason is you need to build your business savings first. When you build your business savings first, you have a cushion in the business. So when something comes up, you'll have cash to cover it. You won't go back into debt. And as we go along, your debt plan will make sense and go faster, not constantly be interrupted and go slower. Every business owner that I've taken through my 30-day debt challenge inside of my program, Small Business Money School, has gone through this shift of deprioritizing debt for a period of time to build up savings. And although it feels like it's gonna be so much slower and it's so counterintuitive, they all shave months, if not multiple years off of their debt payoff journey by doing this, like this. I know it feels counterintuitive, but it works. I want to tell you about my client, Cathy. Cathy has a cafe and specialty grocer in the Midwest, and she got kind of stuck in this debt cycle in COVID when she was forced to shut down periodically and was forced to go into debt to keep the business afloat. Ever since that day, she's been reliant on Square loans to keep her business running and to keep payroll being paid. And it's 2025 when I met her. She said, enough is enough. I've been on this cycle for 5 years. I'm tired. I'm burning out because I don't know what else to do. And I just need to fix this. So we got to work. We dove in and we got to work. And I told Cathy, I know it's counterintuitive, but you need to prioritize building business savings first. If we build your business savings, we can cut this cycle for good. So we started diving in, right? Like, okay, how can we build the business savings as quickly as possible? We looked at all of her offerings and we cut the lowest profit offerings off the table entirely. We refocused all her energy to her highest profit offerings. We shuffled around her payroll temporarily so that she was the primary person in the specialty grocer because she was really good at selling. And remember, this is a temporary measure to build up business savings. She did that for a period of time. She came back after 3 months and she said, I finally built my working capital, which is what we call savings inside of Small Business Money School. I finally built my working capital and my last Square loan payment is going out today. This was for $73,000. I'll put it right here. $73,000. And now she has the buffer in her business accounts so that she's not going to have to go back into the Square loans to make her next payroll. She's officially broken the cycle for good. And now on top of all of that, she has about $1,500 a week that she was paying towards the Square loan that is going to be deposited directly back into her bank account. That is money that then we're going to be able to use to tackle the next round of debt for her, which is her high interest credit card debt. And the entire system, the entire cycle is now broken. She's going to be debt-free this year or early next year and have a buffer in her business to make sure she never goes into debt again. When I tell you, it doesn't matter how dire it is, it doesn't matter how long you've been stuck in this cycle, the thing we have to do is prioritize building business savings first. It's because it actually speeds you up. It doesn't slow you down. Every single week, I host a free live debt training, okay? I love talking to business owners about their debt. I love helping you figure out how to get out of debt. And in this free live debt training, I teach you the cash flow strategy, the expense strategy, and the tax strategy that you need to get out and stay out of debt this year. So I would love to see you there. Like I said, I do it live every single week. Come live, hang out with me, ask me questions, let's chit chat, drop what questions you have below in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, take it easy.